All right, thank you very much, Adam. Great morning out there. It's
Fantastic morning.
It's getting pretty warm out there. A lot of people having the dogs with a little bit of hair on the couch. I'm not going to lie, Jim. Got little black hairs all over my apartment right now.
Not from Rocco.
No, not from Rocco, because he's probably groomed better than my dog. So we kind of wanted to go over this because we got an email. Let's show you that. It says, "Dear Jim, I was wondering if you could talk about shedding with dogs. My mother-in-law has a long-hair Pomchi who is shedding really bad right now. David."
Yep, and there's certain things you want to do. Now, Rocco has a double thick coat, which means he has an outer coat and he has a dense undercoat. So for dogs of this type of coat, Labradors, Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, you're going to go through a different series of brushes. Now, the first thing I want to mention, if you have a dog with a long coat, like probably the Pomeranian or a Samoyed or a Collie, you want to make sure before you do any bathing with them that you brush out any mats and you look for any foreign debris like twigs or branches or stuff that might be deep in that coat. You want to pay special attention to the rear end in case any, little stuff has been stuck to it. Yeah, brush that out first.
Let's just stop right there. All right.
The reason you want to brush it out first is if you give the dog a bath with a long coat like that and there's mats there that you didn't brush out, those mats will get wet and then they'll tighten up.
And then you're going to have to get out the scissors.
Yep, or take it to a groomer. So the first thing I do before I even give my dog a bath is I use a Zoom Groom, which is a rubber brush, and I loosen up all the hair here. So you can see how already all that hair is just starting to build right there. So I'm breaking down all that dead hair, and you can just see it building up on Rocco right there. Once I've done his whole body like that, then depending on the dog's coat, I'll go to a slicker brush for the outer layer of the coat.
Okay.
If the dog is really, really thick or has a dense undercoat like the Labs or the Golden Retrievers, then I use an undercoat rake. Now this rake is just going to get the dense undercoat, the woolly part that you can't even see.
Wow.
And you can see how that is just starting to build up right there. So you can see, even though when we walked in, it didn't look like Rocco was shedding at all, but look how much hair just got just from the undercoat right there, just a few brushes. And so each one of these steps will take several minutes. And then the last thing I use is my shedding blade. And then I go down their legs, and you can see once again getting the rest of that hair, and you can see really how it's building up. And if you use these 4 tools, you'll be able to eliminate probably better than 80–90% of your dog hair just by using the right tools at the right time.
And these 4 tools are pretty common that you'll see everywhere. What do you think about the gimmick things out there? The vacuum thing, we talked about it, the Furminator. All
Furminators
that kind of stuff.
work good, but some of those brushes can be $50, $60, $70.
Right.
You can pick these up for just a couple of dollars. I don't think any one of these brushes costs me more than $10. And using them consistently, then you don't need to spend for one brush and try to do that whole thing. Doing it at different stages is going to eliminate all the dead hair, the undercoat dead hair as well as the top coat. But remember, before you bathe them, brush out those mats so they don't tighten up on any of those dogs.
What is the time frame? How often should you do this for a dog? Is it different for breeds?
Different for breeds and different for coat types. Like for Rocco, you can see, I mean, he's pretty shiny and black. He's never had a bath. I brush him once a week. I'll go do this once a week, just part of the relationship building process. With my wife's little Boston Gigi, she's never had a bath, and I just use a rubber Zoom Groom on her once a month. So it depends on the dog's coat type. And then also, your own tolerance of the dog hair. Some people, you can see here, just by running my hands over it after that.
We should make a pile just for Stephanie.
You could build a whole new dog from this if you wanted to.
We can make a whole new dog. This is in our 4-minute conversation what we have come up with just off of Rocco, who doesn't shed that bad.
He doesn't shed that bad at all because I brush him out weekly.
All right.
Some dogs need more, though.
We would love to answer your questions as well. Remember, you can get a hold of us. You can email your questions either to us at news@kby2.com or to Jim specifically, Jim Clausen at sitmeansit.com, or there's the telephone number on your screen in case you would like to learn more. Jim, thanks for joining us. Rocco, thanks again, buddy. I never can get the high five on the way out. All right.